Good day, here are today's top stories from the Pna Headlines. The government has allocated around 1 billion pesos to establish new schools in state universities and colleges or SUCs in the country. Quezon City Representative Marvin Rillo, Vice Chairperson of the House Committee on Higher and Technical Education, said the 2025 national budget has set aside 150 million pesos to the seed fund for the development of new colleges of medicine. This is on top of the 275 million pesos set aside in 2024, the 250 million pesos in 2023 and 2022, and the 150 million pesos in 2021. The seed money will help schools of medicine in developing instruction capacities, acquire teaching materials, upgrade libraries, and invest on advanced laboratory facilities. Rillo also stressed the need for new doctors to meet the growing demand of Filipinos for healthcare. The 19th Congress has so far approved 5 draft measures creating new colleges of medicine, namely the Benguet State University in La Trinidad, Benguet, Southern Luzon State University in Lucban, Quezon, University of Eastern Philippines in Catarman, Northern Samar, Visayas State University in Baybay City, Leyte, and Don Mariano Marcos Memorial State University in Agoo, La Union. Crimes in Metro Manila dropped by 19.6 or nearly 20% in the first month of 2025, according to the National Capital Region Police Office. The NCRPO tallied 451 crimes against persons and properties in January, fewer by 110 in the same month last year. Among the focus crimes, rape cases dropped by 46.4%, physical injuries by 37.1%, homicide by 28.5%, murder by 17.6%, and theft by 23.1%. NCRPO Acting Chief Brigadier General Anthony Aberin said this achievement resulted from aggressive and relentless police operations, especially against illegal drugs, loose firearms, illegal gambling, and wanted persons. He noted a high efficiency in addressing crimes with 92.4% for clearance efficiency and 72.7% for solution efficiency. He also said the strict implementation of local ordinances helped reduce the number of crimes. Earlier, the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group on Saturday said anti-crime operations in January resulted seized firearms, explosives, and ammunition worth 97.2 million pesos. The CIDG also filed 149 related criminal complaints. CIDG Chief Brigadier General Nicolas Torre III said they are working on confiscating all loose firearms to prevent them from getting used for crimes in the May elections. The Bureau of Immigration calls on the public to intensify vigilance against foreign nationals that may be suspected as spies. In a news release, BI Commissioner Joel Anthony Viado said alleged foreign spies recently arrested by authorities have legally stayed in the Philippines and seemingly integrated into society. Based on immigration records, these suspects have been in the country as early as 2002. He said some of them owned working visas and have married Filipino nationals. He said these spies have lived in the country for a long time before their suspicious activities were discovered. Viado urged citizens to report suspicious activities of foreign nationals that might affect national security. He said they are closely working with the Department of Justice, National Bureau of Investigation, and the Armed Forces of the Philippines to collate information about these suspected spies. The DOJ will also file cases against their cohorts and make sure that they suffer the maximum penalties. The Philippine Coast Guard reiterated its commitment to protecting the country's territory and rights as it drives Chinese ships further away from the coast of Zambales. The PCG said China Coast Guard's monster ship CCG-5901 was initially spotted 54 nautical miles from the shore. PCG spokesperson Commodore J. Tariela said BRP Teresa Magbanwa and other PCG vessels were able to push the Chinese ship back to approximately 170 nautical miles. He said the BRP Teresa Magbanwa continues to actively challenge the presence of China Coast Guard 5901. Tariela said CCG 5901 communicated over the radio its intentions to promote peace and stability through mutual trust and cooperation. However, he pointed out that the unlawful presence of the China Coast Guard and China's blatant disregard for international law starkly contradict these assertions. The PCG said it remains committed to prevent the normalization of China's illegal presence in the region. It also said it will safeguard the welfare of Filipino fishermen, uphold the country's maritime rights, enforce international law, and foster de-escalation of tensions in our waters. The PCG said last Sunday marked the 30th day since the China Coast Guard made its illegal presence known in Zambales. In other news, the Department of Tourism hailed the inauguration of the first parallel runway at Mactan Cebu International Airport, saying it will help enhance tourism and aviation in Central Visayas. DOT Secretary Cristina Frasco said the new runway would strengthen Cebu's position as a top tourist destination and a premier gateway to Visayas and Mindanao. She said the runway has more space for takeoffs and landing, which will reduce the risk of accidents, especially during bad weather. The infrastructure would increase flight frequencies and passenger capacity at the MCIA up to 18 million. This leads to added accessibility to island destinations in Cebu, Visayas, and Mindanao. Frasco said the runway will support Cebu's growing tourism industry, particularly in dive tourism and the meetings, incentives, conventions, and exhibition sector. The expected influx of tourists would not only bolster the local economy, but also promote cultural exchange and foster greater connectivity. MCIA served 11.3 million passengers in 2024, higher by 13% from the previous year. The airport won Asia's Best Airport in the under 5 million passengers category at the Rouse Asia 2023 Awards in Chiang Mai, Thailand. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the PNA headlines. For more news updates, visit our website on pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The PNA Headlines is also streamed via the Servicio Facebook page. You may also watch the PNA Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under PNA News. I am Marita Muahed. This is the PNA Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.